Best show in Africa continues on 96.3 Nation FM, where good music lives. You're chilling with me, most bankable host Brian Aseli.
And I'm Mariam Bishar. We're getting into the paper review, making sure you're caught up more with stories happening in Kenya and, of course, around the world. And yesterday, if you watched the news, you must have seen images of lecturers being tear-gassed and arrested as they were exercising their right to picket and trying to deliver a petition to Parliament. Of course, scenes that are very common in Kenya over the last few months. Now, the university's academic staff union and the Kenya University Staff Union, KUSU, have vowed to continue with the nationwide strike unless the National Executive Committee and National Delegate Conference of the two unions call it off. So they are continuing their strike unless their demands are met.
And according to WASU Secretary General Constantine Wasonga, he accused the Education Cabinet Secretary Julius Ogamba of not taking them seriously while lying that they have reached an agreement. And of course, it seemed that like they had actually struck a deal, but then it's quite improper to say that, because according to Dr. Wasonga, he says that they want the government to implement the negotiated 7 to 10% salary increment accorded to other government workers. And of course, their grievances include low and delayed salaries, non-remittance of statutory deductions, and the government's failure to implement a comprehensive medical scheme.
Now, Brian, if you took just that paragraph about what their complaints are, right? Of course, the salaries, the non-remittance, delayed salaries, low salaries, non-remittance of statutory deductions, that's your NHIF, NSSF, etc. And of course, failure to implement a comprehensive medical scheme. Verbatim, you could have put that in the doctor strike, because that's exactly what they were complaining about as well.
It's pretty much the same thing. And I think
the teachers as well.
And teachers are complaining about the same thing. University lecturers are complaining about the same thing. But of course, Mariam, you'd feel betrayed if you struck a deal in 2020, September 4th, and then 4 years later, you're still being asked for more time. And according to a statement that was released, Dr. Wasonga was just trying to say, tuliwapatia more time. And right now, even in 2024, you're still asking for more time. They gave a strike notice, 7-day strike notice. Nobody gave them a positive response, and they're quiet up until now, but only until the last night to the strike is when you see government officials or the CS actually asking for a sit down.
A sit down, scrambling. So 21 lecturers were arrested yesterday as they marched in the streets to deliver their petition to Parliament. Of course, they were also tear-gassed and derailed. Again, that's something we have seen with the medical interns and the doctor strike. Same we've seen with the anti-reject finance bill protests. Same script, different day.
It's actually same script, different cast.
Different cast, you're right.
Same script, different cast. But of course, what do you think about this? We'd like you to answer the simple question: must we strike for us to get solutions?